Hi, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Happy New Year and welcome to your January 2026 tarot reading. Let's go ahead and get into your messages. I feel like there's a new chapter. I'm not going to lie. It feels like as it's coming in, it may not have been like feeling so easy, but I promise you it's going to be very promising. Okay. It's because you're healing and clearing through all of that dark gunk at the very beginning that things just really smoothing up. Okay. As we get into it, it's going to be very yummy. Okay. Yummy. And I feel here with the Two of Wands and the Page of Swords, you should consider a lot of ideas, things that you were considering as far as intellectualism, school, side businesses, engaging in side hustles, or things that are going to help with your craft, your specialty. If you have licenses, looking into like the renewal dates, remembering those things. Like there's certain reminders, meetings, dates, those types of events that is just going to be very incredible to just keep, um, refreshed in your head, or in your phone, like saved. If you feel like you're overwhelmed, or if you know that you're going to be in multiple cities, or if you know that you have a little bit of open time here and you've been considering just planning or leaving things open if you've been extremely booked. If you have been the opposite here and you've been, a little bit open, it feels like you're going to have some things that change. This could be family matters. This could be your own structure that you're putting into action or taking place. Or you have this time to stop and recognize and think about whether it's something where you need to relax during that time, practice rest, or if you need to get involved, use it as a form of social interaction and engagement. All right. Some of you guys, you could have been considering cities. You could have been considering states in certain areas that you would like to move into. It could have something to do with like how you'll get approved or your stabilization, how you'll be able to secure yourself, keep yourself warm here. I'm getting, and also make sure that you're able to keep yourself stylish or just taken care of, like even your feminine care, hygiene, and things like that. I'm also getting making sure that you can stay consistent, maybe keep yourself healthy. Let's say you knew of somebody who may have had a history where they had to keep themselves like stabilized, doing things or means that they didn't want to do, right? I feel like you want to keep your things like straight, narrow, focus. Some of you guys, I am seeing you feel like you just got out of trouble. Some of you guys, you're very honest right now. You're like, no, I did. And you're holding yourself true, or you have a child here that is being accountable. They're coming of age here. They said they're going to do things well. They're going to practice. Maybe they don't necessarily know what all it is that they want to do, or this could be you, right? Maybe both of you guys share this energy, but I feel like you're not clueless and you know that. All right. Be mindful when it comes to a situation involving a male with a stethoscope. Be mindful of like extra flirtation and text messages if you do have a child and things like that, because I'm in no motherfucking mood. Okay. And I don't care how much you can afford, boo. Shit's not cute. So be very careful and mindful, especially 21 Savage can be very significant. Anyway, you have the Ace of Wands and the Empress here. Yep. So, like I said, take action towards pursuing things that are higher vibrational and not low vibrational. Also, don't engage in like drama. All right. This could be like a sign of maybe somebody who's putting out music or reintroducing something or something like this. It doesn't matter. But I feel here some of you guys could be engineers, programmers. You could be interested in astronomy even or something like that. There's something here that you're doing, tool work, instrumentalism or something like that. That could play a part, be very significant, that could really go well. You could be very interested in drumming, tool work. You could be somebody who maybe you're the relative or the heir of someone who is very prominent when it comes to um, company manufacturing, when it comes to music things, instruments, um, and other things as well. Congratulations, or you're coming across somebody who has that energy. So I feel here like do not play, okay, and make sure that you are not. Be mindful here. There's something about underdevelopment and underwhelming. Okay. And a lot of people who believe themselves to have this form of power, entertainment, authority, they they're the ones that are overwhelming. Sorry. With the Ace of Wands and the Empress here, sorry. Because of how the Seven of Cups is communicating. This is about you. This is about how you want to imagine your life, how you would like for things to progress in your life, Virgo. And I'm not going to lie to you. It feels like you promenade, you have a master's in something, you mastered something, a quality, a craft, and it's not showing it here yet, but from my sentient intuitive thing, this is somebody who's gonna try to motherfucking steal from you and then try to like throw you off for a couple of dollars. I'm so serious. Do not play yourself and what you might think is something that is just astronomically big and large, because I do get this vibration here that there are certain skills and means when it comes to business strategies and things like that, where this is actually somebody who is basically telling you to go fuck yourself. This is not somebody who genuinely believes or will send you help. Don't play yourself. I'm sorry. Like, genuinely, we want the success. We don't want this, okay? And do not be perpetrated. And a lack of ethics, and the motherfuckers getting sued in another area as it is. You wouldn't want to be in this situation, so avoid the conflict. Yes, with the Three of Coins, you're going to get a better support and stabilization. Okay, it's just not going to be from the thing that seems like it's the most prominent thing, figure, situation, and it's going to be better. This is a longer, stable, more secure energy, even if it is the form of like advice. At least you didn't give them your shit for them to take. Yeah, Hierophant, 33 and 5. Get out of my face. Like, I'm very upset that this person even thought that it was okay to like come at you like that. And I feel like when you are, because you're not the person who's going to be like taking 7-10 years in order to get on. You're going to be more successful than this person in a year because of something like you're going to attend something, like I said, it's taking off, and you're going to be able to afford to show how this person really showed their ass and tried to misrepresent who you are and insult you. Okay, defame you. And this is not me like hitting that specifically 21 Savage. I know that was the one that came through at the beginning. I'm not, specifying that it's this person either, because the energy is different. Okay, but I'm just telling you, somebody's gonna have you at that point where you out level them. You out level them, and this person is going to be unheard of. And this person is very prominent. Like, this person is really raved about right now. What is this? Like, I did not. It's January. It's like it's fucking Monday. It is fucking Monday as well. 11/11 is very significant. I'm not even kidding. I'm so sorry. Um, you have this two and this Queen of Coins. Two meaning the High Priestess, and the Queen of Coins. This is about the potency of the unspoken word between these divine counterparts. This is why they don't know where it's coming from. It's like, what happens is this Empress, they may even come in the most endearest form of empathy, maybe even apologize. Somebody could come in, or has a somebody finds it cute. There's a lot of people that find this cute. They're very endearing. They apologize a lot, this Empress. Okay, if you get to know them, if you know them well. Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces is here. And I'm seeing children Aries, okay? And the name April, okay? For everybody who this may apply to. But then I'm seeing this vibration here. People don't really understand that this Empress is this High Priestess, and that's their man. But, like, hello. New wig, new me, new, new cream. Who's these? That's literally how it has given. It might just be one of them. We don't even want to talk about all the arguments that went undocumented in filming prior to 1900s and shit. Just with the regulatories and shit. We have gotten the men a little bit out the game in comparison. So, the fights. Is that your bitch? Is that your nigga? Is that a bitch? Is that even a man? All that hair down there. They can't even really configure. It was a lot of that. I'm not playing. And I feel here that a lot of you guys experienced a past life where something like that happened. There was some sort of separation, some confusion in the mix. And then this life, you have somebody here who still doesn't understand they can't get in the way of something. Okay? Be mindful here. People who have wonderful opportunities and endeavors when it comes to business and money and things like that, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. Those hoes must learn their points of time. There's time points in relationships, especially when you have those things agreed upon. This is like somebody who, do they know? Because I'm not going to pass judgment on the Queen of Coins if they don't. They are in the upright. It may be the other person who needs to get checked. And it's not the Hierophant either. It's somebody here who you may be connected to while you have this inspiration of a couple. If you're not the one that is in a divine, huge marriage union. I don't know. It's feeling like if this is you, this would be like somebody else being the outside power play figure. But nope. Okay, so this person is in authenticity. They have no awareness of the rules that you guys may have in your commitment, your relationship. They may not even know of those things, okay? Nevertheless, though, I feel here there's going to be something that comes through when it comes to boundaries in a relationship for somebody specifically. Somebody, you have a situation where this motherfucker's already on probation. And you may be in a very strong commitment, even still. No fucks given. And if you're in your NFG, don't excuse my language then, because source is actually telling me to use this force. So whatever they any human. But I feel like you need to recognize that power within you and instill that, because I feel this person has already been arrogant when it came to trust. They can't even throw the fucking word out to you. I ain't playing. I ain't playing. This is quiet peace. Bitches moving on like, oh, I was paid free even. It don't matter. So when it comes to situations like this, and when you have that vigor, enlightenment in things, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't overestimate processes too. Now, for those of you guys who aren't in those, strong commitments like that and things, and you don't have that storyline. Just know what's going to be coming in at the end of the month for you guys. You have that security of abundance, maybe even the promise of a good friend who may not know like all of your boundaries and things like that, but they do look forward to having promising events in the future. This is somebody who is a promising person in the future. This is somebody that you can have great endeavors with in the future. This is somebody, if you do have a commitment, whether they do have a connection or not, you don't have to worry about this person or your counterpart, doing anything if you have that concern or you have a trauma from that. Like, there's something here with support, trusted faith, support. You know that this person is versatile if you do need something like that. This can also be when it comes to clients, business, a job, or what something can accommodate you with. Okay. This could be for some of you guys, I don't want to say a gym all the way. Some of you guys, it could be a club. It could be something like that. Okay. With the Six of Swords, I am seeing a golf club energy. All right. This could be somebody who's creating a movie, or somebody here who may have had a production company at some point in time and rebranding, or they're maneuvering and whatnot. But I do feel here you need to be careful You need to be careful of who you come across, because this is giving me the vibe of an assistant who doesn't know the truth. Somebody who may not know where something is, where to go for like an event, a set, something that you have to be at a certain time, and things like that. And I feel like appearance is very important as well as hygiene. All right. And it may not, have the best weather, wherever you are. And you want to make sure that you are protected, that you're comforted, that you keep yourself healthy, that you're using things that are going to be healthy remedies for you. But also know that there's going to be some wonderful expand upon remedies, maybe some things that you learn have multiple steps to it or something like that. I totally apologize to you guys. I got cut off. My storage was completely full, but you have this Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and I kept trying to get to it. Somebody's going to want to reconcile with you, yes, but it's going to be more than one person, just, as a lookout. But even in friendship or connections, even new ones, like, they're going to tell you things like anybody who did you wrong or treated you crazy, they're going to want you back now because you are mad attractive. Your energy is very potent, powerful. You blossom, you shine, you stand out. You have this powerful magneticism when it comes to how enlightened you are, how divinely clear you are, how guided you are, or you have new guidance in your life that is clear, sound, it's pure, it has that baby blue energy. It's not just eyeshadow for me. From what I'm getting or gathering, it's about how it's this connection to Cleopatra. If you're familiar with like how she was found and how they stated that her eyes actually had changed colors because of how they had her preserved and things like that, and that does happen. And I'm seeing um, some of you may have this, as you do. Um, Carry on and things like that. It's because of how you carry yourself. Some of you may even have a trilogy book or potentially come out with one that is really incredible, like really impactful and powerful. This month, you guys are really guided to disintegrate a lot of like things that people set for you, like standards or people may have even assumed that your personality was a certain way and not knowing it's totally different. Whatever. I'm not really sure what this is for you or for everyone here, Virgo, but it feels like you are throwing somebody off. They're surprised by what you do. They're surprised by like how you educate yourself or the direction that you choose to be down. But you're going to be your best in whatever this is, regardless. Okay. It says that you arise as your best self and take a moment to recognize that you have always been doing the best you can. Once you see this in yourself, it will be easier to see it in others. Okay. I do feel here that this is about companionship. It's about the energy of love. You may have to do things habitually to heal the heart chakra region. And you could have marriage, love, unions. It doesn't matter. Healing has nothing to do with any of those things. In fact, the more you have, the more healing you most likely will need to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. This is very beautiful, especially the colors that are here. This pink is showing me. Use that color, see what days it helps you when it comes to romanticism. And if it's that you don't necessarily favor pink, try green. Okay. Green is a wonderful color when it comes to the heart chakra. Okay. There's also other colors like chartreuse. Okay. That is a wonderful color that relates to love. All right. So just look at things, okay? Um, Blue can be very symbolic, like a light blue. Exploration and love, romanticism, new love, head over heels. When you have this type of background and we're connecting with love, I'm going to tell you now, if this is a long-term marriage or commitment, you're going to see things as a true swiftness. This is not bad, okay? But there's going to be harsh truths that come in so that you guys can work through the hardships together so that you can get back to that loving, devoted energy. This could be that some of you guys, you could have a freshly closed door. So this could be like a brand new home. For others of you guys, this could be that you recently had a sale or you've had a back and forth, or you've had somebody who's come in from the cold, like even a new animal or something like that, and they've come home. All right, something like that. But I do get that vibe of wholesomeness. Maybe you've had a ton of aggression when it came to like all of the things that you were panicking and worried about. If you did have somebody who did leave and you were very concerned or something like that. If it's not a dog, it's a person, right? And that's not to shade them. I do feel like they carry the energy of dog. They may even be year of the dog. Okay, so that might be what it is too. But I'm also getting here that there's something about new love. When you have this, it's going to be clear what's going to happen from the very beginning, even if it does have this little wisp of cloud. You may even want to, um, when you can, meditate a bit wherever it is that you can, not in a overdrawn out way, but I do get this vibe here, all these heart symbols and these chandeliers and all of these things, but all of this intergalactic energy that is promising that it's going to lead and guide the way for you. The signs are going to be so clear. My child, you can never be misguided. You're practically like a sim character, the little thing over it. You just click on the character and you fucking find it. Sometimes people have gotten lost even still, but I feel like it's just hard as fuck. If you were worried about that, like some people have fears like that. Or you had a situation when you were little, whether you remember it or not, because sometimes kids don't remember. You're gonna be okay, because that's where it comes from for somebody here. Ooh, you were really little. You were like 3. And receive. Let yourself take it all in. Allow your heart to receive love and praise from others. Permit yourself to accept gifts and compliments with humility and grace. Real or guy, you do not know how loved you are. I feel this energy of you wearing a sheer satin, something that's more of your character, but like light with some luster. It's got folks like wanting to, if you can get stuff it. If you can't get stuff, a lot of stuff. Postal fucking. What is this? Is this some only? Is this like? Oh, maybe somebody does a dope film. Bless his love and light and take care. Yup, for sure. Okay, fulfillment is possible. Consider what you think you were seeking, or you've been considering like, hey, is it that time? You have King of Coins with the bandana on around this part. If you do things to protect yourself and you've truly already been wanting to do that, it shows you've already been introduced, is more of what it is. This is who this Queen of Coins. That would be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You don't know about this stuff. They made profits off of you. Played you. I'm not being funny at you because I don't find this funny. Goose Bigelow, European Gigolo. The big below part. I don't know what it's about. They keep saying leg swinging. My leg is swinging. I don't know. I'm just trying to get to the Union Oracle because you do not have time for things like this to get in the way, nor the negligence. If you do have jobs and things like that that do involve the um, the influence of a lot of promiscuity, but also the welcome energy of supported promiscuity amongst that whole thing, because that's how it's coming through here on top. PTAH. Look them up. They're coming through to connect with you. And 3911 is coming through on that angel number particularly. Mind you, check that. Work, jobs, notes, something. Paper, pens. Do you have those things though? I'm not being shady. I'm saying like, get it. Or, when you can, it's important they're saying, motherfucker. And Archangel Chamiel, you seem multifaceted and whatnot. So here you have the wonderful foundation number 6. Family is the first foundation. The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. And it is African Proverbs. Okay. I'm going to read this from the book. It does carry this aura of purple, which is the root chakra meridian. Be mindful, it does not always symbolize love, romance, sexual energy, lust, even. It can be passion, it can be creativity, it can also be anger, vulgarity, it can be symptoms of depression, spot on, that energy too, just spot on accuracy. It can also be symbolic of hot, okay, being right on the money and things like that, engagement, that being the focus, okay. But it says that family is the first foundation. It does carry the affirmation, I build my family with love, protection, and purpose. I will say it again because it isn't on the card. I build my family with love, protection, and purpose. And I do apologize for that country as I at the beginning. Um, yes. What am I doing today to strengthen my foundation through family? Okay, that's going to be the question with that card. What am I doing today to strengthen my foundation through family? Maybe even a great journal prompt to write on. All right. The meaning says before money, titles, or status, your first real legacy is your family. How you treat your parents, your children, or protect your household says more about your values than any public achievement. Family is your first classroom. It teaches love, loyalty, patience, and identity. A strong family, chosen or biological, is one of the greatest signs of spiritual alignment and divine order. Okay? It didn't come out in the reverse, so I don't feel the need to read it in the reverse here. I do feel this vibration that there's a union that is coming together. And some of you guys, this is actually the epiphany that Source wants you to consider about the future. Because it's here and it will be in your cards. If you do not have children, maybe you were considering these things, not knowing that this is actually, I do predict things, and I did see children from you, not being funny acting, and this wasn't meant to be a personal reading either. That happens. I'm an intuitive, among other things, but yes, you will have that, and this is Source also, telling you it's not judging. The Most High. When I say it, I mean that in the most universal way, because some people genuinely believe God is a woman and masculine and androgyny. Okay, but the Most High here is not judging you, okay? And they want it to be known, okay? And whatever it is that you want to do, they want to support you, but they want you to remember what will come, what will come. And also, they want you to think, are you able to fully communicate these things in a healthy manner to be able to notify of what this truly is? That's how you know if you'll fully be able to define what it is that you're even trying to consider doing. Because I feel like some of you, when it comes to that, region, if you aren't in it yet, haven't. Okay, you haven't thought that deep about it. And let's just take that specific topic off the table, because it's going to be a vast array of things for the people here. Okay, that was just for one person, literally for one person. It's very important though. Okay, that's why I'm not mad at it. But for others of you, there's going to be various aspects that are like catchy themes, really badass themes, or things that may challenge something that you may plan in the future. Okay, they don't have to be so vulgar either. That's like really the max. Okay, be mindful. Like there's going to be something that comes in. You should really consider it without judging your whole life. okay? But also be mindful that you want to make sure that you are in the full awareness of it. That Gemini energy that just blessed us recently about true clarity, and that full moon aspect came through. That's why it's revisiting us here, that kind reminder, those gentle reminders from source, your angels as well, that are really here just showing you like, hey, don't give up and don't, be mad. We love you so much. You may be very sensitive about these things. Please don't feel tried. It's what source wants you to like just remember throughout this whole thing, right? And if you did kind of feel tried by the story that came through, I sincerely apologize, and I feel like the teams over here really do apologize. It wasn't to attack you guys, okay? That's the message though, so don't attack here, seriously, because that's been a huge thing here too. Because like no more of this type of vibe, like ever. Now, those are your messages, Virgo. I hope and pray that this resonates with you. Thumbs up the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if this message resonates with you. I would love to read your energy in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light to you. Bye.